All right, chat. So I want to get into a big story today. But before we start, everybody type, hi, YouTube. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's so good to see you today. We are going to be talking about a horrible situation that has recently happened to a ton of YouTubers and Vtubers alike about a Vtuber manager that took advantage of a ton of Vtubers. Let's go take a look, chat. So this comes from Izza, who says, hello. I've been dealing with issues behind the scenes with my former manager. I wanted to talk about it and share my story so other people are not put in the same situation as I was. So let's take a look at this document called Issues with VTuber Manager Evilbunny. So Evilbunny, aka Aaron, borrowed $1,100 from me. I've been told she bought from others, and hasn't repaid it and did not communicate for very long periods of time. I've been under Aaron's management since December last year, having been introduced by a mutual friend. Initially, I was thrilled to work with her, given her track record of working with bigger streamers. By the way, chat, it's literally all a scam. So even though she's worked with bigger VTubers, unfortunately, it's a scam. I just want to state this up front. Asking a talent for a loan, that's a fucking red flag right there. So Erin approached me for a loan barely a month into our acquaintance. I started talking with her and she asked me for a loan for money. Despite my initial skepticism, she framed it as a dire situation, almost as if it was my assistance or her facing financial ruin. So she was saying, you know, playing on her emotions, I'm gonna lose everything if you don't help me. I asked this friend and they assured me Erin was good for it under false pretenses. Erin told me she would be asking for small amounts, about around 100, something completely different what she told me. Feeling hopeful about a professional relationship, I agreed, considering an investment in us working together, about making it clear that this was a loan and not money being gifted to her. So you can see here, Evilbunny goes on to say, I'm going through a bit of a hardship. I'm reluctant to ask for help, but I genuinely am an absolute loss for anyone in position to help. I was laid off for the game studio while I've landed another job. I'm short for my rent. My savings went by way of preparing for my father's funeral, and I'm short $1,100. Lola has suggested I ask friends to contribute what they could. If you could kick anything and I will repay you. So Izzy goes on to say, I can definitely chip in some. You still need the full amount. Evilbunny goes on to say, I have not been able to work for the 2 months I got behind. It was $5,200. So the amount of money has now changed again, chat. I sold my laptop, consoles, anything I could to help. And so I cook at home. I minimize every expense. Friends shipped in to help me more. So first they say this, and then now they say this. What? That makes no sense. Maybe it's a rude question, you know, when their new job will start and when you might pay it back. You know, I'm sorry to hear that you're having to deal with this. End of life care is so expensive. So they're talking about their job, and Izza goes on to, I can give you the rest for now, $1,100. We would be so lucky to have a friend like Izza that would be willing to step in and help you. So they say, here it is. Yes, I'll show you going to my landlord. I want to show you I'm above the board. I believe it. Just don't run away with it. Let's make some money this year. So fast forward now, Erin promised repayment in 2 months. And I've been met with complete radio silence. Wow, what a surprise. Despite my repeated attempts to contact her, the 1.1K she borrowed is a lot to me. It covers a month worth of rent, groceries, and insurance. Send the request through my Chase app, the interface for Zelle. Thank you, by the way. So, of course, sending the money, and here it is. So, of course, here is confirmation they did receive the money. What's particularly troubling is that I've learned I am not alone in this. Several other creators have shared similar experiences, either being solicited for loans or have already given money to Erin. It's disheartening to realize that Erin specifically targeted smaller streamers like myself, taking advantage of our generosity and trust. So you know they're talking here. I may your kindness here. I'm genuinely appreciated of you so much. Thank you for taking me on this year. I'm excited to work with you, but I can't work with you if you're not got a home. So again, Izza just really pouring themselves out here. So I firmly believe that individuals to be cautious when engaging with Erin in any capacity, given her unprofessional conduct. With her lack of effectiveness as a manager, it's noteworthy. The primary issue remained her failure to upload her financial obligations. Imagine being a VTuber manager, taking a loan from your talents and never paying them back. And you can see this, right? Hey, Erin, just checking in. Hey, Erin, checking in. Super disheartened to see you're active and doing things, but you're actively ignoring me. And you see the dates, February 8th, the 13th, and the 14th. Even though this took place on December 8th, 2023, just ghosted. And of course, Izza is seeing that they are active and still doing their thing. Izza goes on to be very professional. To be clear, I'm not seeking pity or restitution from anybody besides Erin. I simply want to warn others about her history, behavior, and the potential financial risk involved in working with her. The redacted sentence here are details about Erin's personal situation or opinion are not things I'm comfortable putting out for her. So they go on to say, hey, Izza, I've been doing a lot to try to get my feet. I know I still owe you, I'll pay you back. Last thing I want is to owe you. Further, I do not want you feeling disrespected. All I want about this year is not to evoke any emotion, just to tell you how things are. I have no income right now. When you lent me the 1100, I was not able to predict my circumstances getting worse. I'm trying hard to get my life back together. I'm applying for local jobs, you know, blah, blah, blah. Just kind of, again, talking about this stuff. They said that they would add a 10% late fee per week of my outstanding debt. And Izza says, I'm sorry to hear about your situation, but I can't help but think this is further exploitation of my patience and kindness. You know, Izza goes on to say, like, you know, I'm sorry about your situation, and I know that you borrowed money from other people, and I can't help but feel that you put us all in a precarious situation of your own making, and there simply isn't any more grace I have left to give you. Base Izza. I love that Izza's standing up for herself. The money I lent you was very clear terms, haven't been met. You keep saying that you'll keep me informed, but they never did that. I didn't keep you informed because I was not mentally able. I was in shambles. Oh, here we go. Here we go, chat. My skin is made of paper and my mental well-being is made of glass. I couldn't send you a message because my mental everything was falling apart. World's smallest violin. Oh, boo. So Izza says, you know, they go on to say, I'm in shambles to give you an update each week, you know, kind of giving some more information. At this point, Izza already knew that Aaron was taking loans from other people and taking their money. So Izza said taking this public is more about making people aware of your behavior because it's affecting multiple people and is totally unacceptable. So let's go look at all the other victims of this person. Low Lotus is another unfortunate victim of this. Low Lotus goes on to say, I was working under Aaron's management since last September. We met through a mutual friend. And in December, Aaron came to me in a panic, saying they were on the verge of being homeless and losing everything. Interesting. That, I don't know. Sounds kind of familiar, right, chat? So Aaron goes on, hey, can you help me out with some money? I'm sorry, we can't, there's no pressure. And Lotus says, for sure, if you don't mind me asking, how short are you on rent? So I can try to think of a plan. My rent is $2,600. I was mine 2 months. I paid them $35. I still have 17 plus 100 late fees. For some reason they say this, and then now they say this. What? That makes no sense. So now that I'm out of money, has changed from 1,100 from Izza to 1,800 to Low Lotus. They weren't even consistent. Like, you're not even thinking other people are going to talk to each other. First time I've ever been able to unplay my bills. And then Lotus says, out of the kindness of her heart, I might be due around 500. I think of that. It might not be as much, but it's a start. I know this is hard, but you have thought about asking. Maybe I know somebody that has money. So I thought maybe Aaron's friends could chip in 100. And I figured that'd be enough people in the community network helping out to cover the rent shortfall. I kicked things up by putting 500 of my own money into the pot, trusting Aaron's promise to pay me and everybody back. To reiterate, my understanding was they were only trying to cover an 1,800 deficit. And the last update about Aaron's financial situation was that 1,000 had been erased, including my money. How about we ask a couple people for $100? Not much people can fork over. So, you know, Low Lotus going out and trying to help them out. Aaron gives a update, which was, of course, false. Here's my money I got. And Lola says, yay, we're getting there. So giving someone and subsequently losing $500 is a big deal for me. And I will tell you, the full-time streamer chat, $500 is a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal to me. So, you know, Lola is kind of talking about this a bit more. I emphasize everyone's challenges regarding housing insecurities and need for community support, but the unauthorized use of my name to lend credibility to their supposed fundraising efforts without my consent is deeply troubling. And not only that, but you're exploiting VTubers, right? So horrible. So we have a few other people that have corroborated with this. Adora says the grand total she asked for ending up is $7,000 across 20 people. Holy shit, $7,000. Across 20 people? That's fucking horrible. So Linux comes and says, please be cautious around Evilbunny. This pains me to post. I'll be patient with me as I'll be long enough to focus on my move for the next few days. I'm tired of people being hurt by others. The unprofessionalism of Evilbunny. Here we go, chat. Now, many times I rewrite this. It doesn't seem to come out right. I try handling things more blunt, more harsh, more cold, and it felt unfair because it's someone who's clearly gone through a lot. I can't help but empathize. As someone who, like Aaron, has had health issues and been going through a lot for the past few years, I generally try to see the best in her, as I would wish for anybody. But there comes a time where you just can't take it anymore. And here's what Linux has to say about the entire situation. Aaron Evilbunny's a thief. Aaron lies to her clients. Aaron has been doing this for years, possibly even her whole apparent 10 years of experience in the content creator space. This needs to stick. People need to be aware. And thank you for taking the time to read this. Here's the first impression that they had with Aaron. So I was invited to Aaron's server by a mutual friend during a hardship. We're both facing it last September. I joined the server just to hang out with a friend, but I was almost immediately bombarded by Aaron about who she is, what she allegedly does for a creator, more importantly, who she knows. This is a pattern with Aaron. She often boasts about who she has worked with, has zero evidence to back it up, and, you know, continues to make these false claims chat. So of course here is her Discord account as well. She never established her contract with anyone. That's a red flag. That is a red flag. I will tell you, chat, when I got a manager to help me, even though my contract is small, like it's not a lot of money, we still made a contract just to protect both of us. So despite me pushing for, to push for it over the months, and despite being around on 15 clients, but her payments are only if she could even help with a sponsor in the first place, the people tried to be patient. So already, so many red flags. She used big names without her consent to not only make herself look good, but to steal money from people, many of which are not financially sound. She pretends to be on good terms with large creators who have cut ties with her. Probably because she scams them. But Erin has used her old and current connections, often over-exaggerating or lying to get clients. As we've seen here, chat, even with Izza, with Linux, with Adora, Erin goes out of her way to lie about who she works with or leverage her clients that she's working with, who, by the way, aren't real, to get more and more clients that she can scam. Poor management, false promises, and unprofessionalism. So off the bat, vibes were off from a professional standpoint. She would conduct meetings while loudly playing Phasmophobia and interrupting her client during their own meeting to communicate with people in game. Bruh. That would be like me, chat, doing my Vtuber Academia and playing Smash while I did that. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to focus on Smash. She was also very against discussing a lot of things in place where there would be evidence. She preferred to voice chat and it would treat as a friend hangout, and countless other creators and friends of hers would join. So you have a private meeting, but did you invite all your friends? That makes no sense. But that was smart on their part to avoid having stuff in writing. Erin also seemed to act weird. I would argue passive aggressive with people who were savvy in the CCM and streaming space. I'm disputing their attempts at helping creators with excuses like, this is a positive space, don't be a downer. She didn't want anybody else to have any influence on her clients unless she said so, even when she was very constantly wrong about many things and appearing to function on outdated CC information. You have outdated information, you're advising people, and you never actually tried to get better at your job. Nice. Nice. I very much seemed like Anne's priority was friendship over professionalism. As a more casual creator, I can absolutely respect that. And that's totally fine, right? But it didn't work. No one got anything worked on with her, despite her still using people for free labor to edit videos, make art, a pitch deck, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm just gonna take a small sidestep here, where Sylvie goes on to talk about, finally I can open about this myself, strapping everyone because I have my own horror story of working with Erin, aka Evilbunny, the damage she caused legit brought me to near S-word. So what happened, guys, was Sylvie was exploited and did a ton of editing for Erin for free. That is right. Sylvie did so much editing because Erin exploited other people's names and leveraged it so that Sylvie would edit for them. And he lost a ton of money. A ton of money. And, you know, he goes on to talk about his experience here. You know, he got invited to a private server. I was brought in to fill the role of a content creator manager for her group. And to be a streamer under her management, I'd fill these roles and be paid back in sponsors and grow through collabs with their bigger clients. So, you know, he edited his stuff and never saw any of that. So here, she would send me videos she edited for me to schedule, write descriptions for a tag and manage. While doing this, she would actively talk down about my clients. I assumed at the time they were bad jokes. Reality was she was being genuinely serious. Used and exploited her talents that she was going to pay back in exposure. And this really hurt Sylvie in a lot of ways financially. So here are the closing statements and the TLDR, right? So we kind of got the first part, but this is the important stuff. So in summary, chat, Erin has stolen thousands of dollars from her clients and friends alike under very concerning guise. She is unbelievably unprofessional, as somebody boasts so much about being in the content creator space for over 10 years, using very big names to make her look better and more credible. She is very cruel to those in the space, uncomfortable, causes being uncomfortable, pushes boundaries, trauma dumps on pretty much all of her clients, and makes a habit out of constantly trying to one-up them on all of their issues. Especially so when they want communication from her, she will do everything to dodge it. Erin is constantly asking for free labor from those around her for others, most of the time without their consent, leading to many uncomfortable situations that she causes. She takes advantage of her clients' kindness. She takes advantage of everybody's kindness and patience. And as of right now, she does not establish contracts with any of her talents or clients. There'd be days where she wouldn't contact me, and she used several friends for free labor without ever landing anyone a single sponsorship. I think that's what's kind of up here in the middle of the document. Links kind of went on to say something about it, like, hey, you know, they said they had a sponsorship for me, and none of it was true. I was able to find other statements on Erin from the past. There have been many more, but not that I could find. She has a lot of our legal info, names, personal phone numbers, bank info, address, and that is why it's so scary, chat. There's no NDAs, there's no contracts. Erin could freely dox all of these creators, and that is a scary, scary reality. One of these Twitlongers even claims that Erin has doxed someone she worked with in the past, and she has double dipped on sponsor money. I'm not surprised by that. There's a very real concern and sad probability that she came out of hiding from her last controversy with the explicit purpose to take advantage of creators only to go dark again. So here, of course, is a statement, some older ones. And Link says, you know, my heart hurts for everybody. You know, there's some really bad people out there, chat. And this is just a shining example of the things I talk about a lot in the stream, right? Like, I want you to know about this, but I also bring this to your attention because I want you to protect yourself. Get a contract. Do not give out personal information unless you have protection, chat. If somebody offers you something, it might be too good to be true for a reason. You know, and it's so sad, Izza. My heart goes out to you. Reading for the fact that you were so kind in giving somebody that needed help. Money like that is like, that's so kind of you. And for somebody to take advantage of that really hurts my heart. And unfortunately, chat, there are people out there like that. And this is a shining example of that. I hope, chat, that as all the talents continue to come forward and there's more information, please support them because this is just a all-around situation. The fact that, you know, Evilbunny goes out of their way to do this kind of shit is so bad. You know, we were looking for a good bunny, the bunnies we like to pet, but we didn't get one today, chat. And so, you know, that is going to lead me today, chat, to our favorite segment. Absolute Evilbunny. Such a f***ing Evilbunny. And that is going to bring me to my favorite segment of the day. The word, chat. That is right. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Thank you, chat. The word for today, chat. The word is the most important part. The word for today, chat. Water shit down. That is right, chat. Not all bunnies are good bunnies, including Evilbunny. Some bunnies, they want to tear you apart. They want to take you down. They want to take you down. So you know what? Be careful out there, chat.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
Some bunnies may look cute and end up looking like this right here. But you know what? Our word of the day, water shit down. You can't trust the people that are closest to you sometimes. If you are gonna pet the bunny, make sure they don't got teeth and make sure that they got a contract for you because holy shit.